Welcome back. To start today, I'd like you to practice what we did in our last lesson, which is translate this algebraic expression into our visuals with the triangles and then solve. So go ahead and pause the video and start that now. All right, so we should have 4 triangles and a block with 2. And then 3 triangles with a 9. Hopefully in our last lesson you started to develop some strategies thinking about what it means to be balanced. And so for example, you might have done things like, okay, I know that these 3 and these 3 are exactly the same on both sides. So then I'm just really left with like a triangle plus 2 has to equal 9. So I know that the triangle would have to equal 7. And we can do our check is doing 4 times 7 plus 2 has to be the same as 3 times 7 plus 9. This becomes 28 plus 2, which is 30. And this becomes 21 plus 9, which is also 30. So it checks. So our x is equal to 7. What we basically did here is we have just discovered or kind of looked at what we consider in hands-on equation to be a legal move. So a legal move is something that we can do because it will always keep our equation balanced. So in this case, our legal move would be taking off equivalent values from each side. In this case, we were taking off 3 triangles from each side. So for our information, we can remove the same number of triangles from both sides of the equation, which is the variable or the unknown, and it will remain balanced. To show the action of removing, we're just going to cross off the figures that we're removing that are the same on both sides. So in this case, it was those triangles. So on each side there was 3 triangles, so we could physically remove them from the balance on each side. So let's try that legal move with this next problem. I'm going to start with my 5 triangles. On the left side. And then we have 2 triangles and our 15 on the right side. I can look at what's the same on both sides. So both sides have 2 triangles. So I can go ahead and remove those, meaning now I'm left with on the left side 3 triangles, and then on the right side we have 15. Well, if 3 triangles have to equal 15, then I know that my triangle should equal 5. And for our check, I'm going to do 5 times 5 has to be the same as 2 times 5 plus 15. 25 is equal to 10 plus 15. And 25 is equal to 25, so it checks. So our x is equal to 5. All right, so now I'm going to want you to pause the video and go ahead and try this next one on your own. All right, so here we're going to have 2 triangles for our 2x plus another triangle for our x and 8. And on the left side, just have our 4 triangles. I look at what's the same on each side. So each side has 3 triangles. What am I left with? On the left side, I'm left with an 8. And on the right side, I'm left with a triangle. So my triangle is equal to 8. And we can check that by doing 2 times 8 plus 8 plus 8 has to equal 4 times 8. 16, and then those two are 16, gives us 32. 4 times 8 is 32, which checks. So our x is equal to 8. So go ahead and do this one on your own, pausing the video, and then come back and check your work. So here, 3 triangles, and our 7. On the right side, we have 4 triangles. Taking off what's the same, there's 3 triangles on each side. So I'm left with 7 equaling our triangle. Our check becoming 3 times 7 plus 7 has to equal 4 times 7. 21 plus 7 is 28. 4 times 7 is 28. So x is equal to 7. All right, and one last problem for you to try. Once again, go ahead and pause, try the problem on your own, and then you can come back and check. So I have a triangle plus 2 more triangles. Are balanced with a triangle and 10. This time I can only remove 1 triangle from each side. So now I have 2 triangles balanced with 10. So my triangle will equal 5. Because 10 split into 2 equal groups would be 5 for each. So 5 plus 2 times 5 has to be the same as 5 plus 10. Both sides end up equaling 15. So once again, it checks. And our x is equal to 5. So think about using this legal move moving forward as you work on today's practice.